Peace. What's up, you guys? My name is O'Shea Johnson, and today we're going to be talking about reality creation, empire building, and how, in a sense, you can manifest these things while also knowing thyself, focusing on who you are, and embracing what you're meant to achieve. So let's get into the video. What's up, you guys? My name is again O'Shea Johnson. I am a spiritual advisor and as well business coach. And today I'm going to pretty much be expressing to you guys the things in which I teach in one-on-one sessions, consultation sessions, when it comes to either spiritual advising or coaching with business. What makes me unique is I don't just look at it from a business, from a physical foundation, but that of a spiritual one. Just like many people who came before us, whether it be Neville Goddard, Napoleon Hill, and as well, I'm someone that I I look at when we are going about entrepreneurship and business, that it's not just being someone that is able to make money or someone that is able to just scale a business. But the the real ones, the ones who are shaping, creating, molding, and architecting this reality are the true revolutionary and visionary leaders. They're the ones that understand that the mind is all and that the universe is mental. So if the mind is all, then that means before you know yourself, before you externally, before you create a business, before you build and amass an empire for yourself, what you're going to need is you're first going to need to do this within your mind. You must understand that the mind is what is creating and generating reality. And most importantly, your perception of reality. Whether you allow the limitless nature of your being to surface, to emerge, to come about, and you understand and know this to be fact, you being all of the source in totality, or you limit yourself. You place yourself into the finite nature of reality when you are infinite. Finite, infinite. Which do you choose? Which will you be? I would rather be infinite, understanding the infinite and limitless nature and overall potential of my being. That is what I came here to do. That is what I've incarnated for. And it's within knowing my potential and this limitless nature, I have a vision. I have the bigger picture, that what the alchemists and philosophers called the great work, or rather the magnum opus. And it's within this magnum opus is my destiny, is my true will, is my what the Greeks called a daemon, but rather is my genius, genius, a genie, right? That aspect of yourself that is extremely intelligent, divinely cognizant, and a expert creator. They believed back in ancient times that the daemon actually lived within the walls of the studio, that it only emerged and came out when one was creating. This is why you ever notice when you start to create, whether it be writing, art, coding, whatever it is specifically for you, whatever is entangled within your destiny, this is what you're going to do. And in the process of doing this, you're going to achieve a flow state. Now, it's within this flow state that you're going to start to get visions, you're going to start to channel, you're going to start to create things in which you've never seen or have never done before. I I've done this in music, whether it be playing guitar, rapping, just producing music overall. I've done this with my videos. Sometimes I just hop on here with an idea and I start to divinely channel. I just merely go where I'm led. When I speak, it's merely happening through me. Just like how Bruce Lee talked about when you get so good at martial arts where it just hits all by itself. That's like me when I'm creating these videos. It's just an act of divine inspiration. I feel it needs to be done, that it needs to be said, so I say it. So this is flow state. So first you're going to create the bigger picture within your mind. Encapsulated within this is, envisioning your destiny, who you are, what you're achieving, what you're accomplishing. What is your great work? What are you leaving behind to this world? What is your legacy, so to speak? Now, it's also within that, so we have the big picture, in a sense, your destiny. We have your business. What is going to be the vehicle and the conduit of your not only financial ascent, but your spiritual ascension as well? Because the more that you create, the more that you do said thing, such as maybe for me, I'm a speaker, I'm a writer. These are probably my main foundations. So for me, I became a spiritual advisor, talking to people, expressing myself through YouTube, through spoken word, becoming more eloquent in my speech, becoming more vast in my vocabulary, and just bettering myself in my writing and my communication skills. So naturally, I was like, how can I not only go about a financial ascent through spiritual advising and helping other people, but how can I push this even further and embrace the physical, the more monetary aspects? This is where I started to get into copywriting, and I started to understand words that sell, right? I got into sales, advertisement, marketing, and that's how I also came about a copyright agency. So I was able to use this one skill in both my financial ascension and as well as my spiritual ascension, and not looking at both aspects as separate, such as the dualistic nature of this world, but looking at them unified, looking at them as one. And this made me even greater in being able to project my spiritual advising business to the point that I got so good at business, marketing, advertisement, sales, things of this nature, that I naturally became a business coach because I started to understand the strategy behind building, creating, building, and scaling business. How you should project yourself on social media, that you should advertise and put yourself out there that, hey, I do this thing. So it's all going to start within the mind. So the bigger picture, your business, imagine your business, imagine you conversing with clients, right? Your imaginal act. That imagination isn't false or illusory or unreal. That it's just as Neville Goddard said, imagination, I, Magi, Nation, is God. So if you can first create within your imaginatory planes of existence, and you can build your empire within your mind first, strengthening it, that you can also see your greatest version within your mind, even see that version of yourself that has already built all these things, right? Living within the feeling, or living at the end in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, that then naturally these things will start to go about being created. It will just be as divine intervention, destiny, synchronicities will start to come to play. You will just start to think of the right ideas, the right videos will come to you, such as this one. This this video, if you're seeing this, not many people are probably going to see this or even be brought or led to my channel. I'm someone that is of a very high frequency, meant to teach certain people. Specifically, I'm meant to teach spiritual masters. And in the same way, I had a channel, Occult TV, where I was teaching spirituality to, or the occult, to a very high degree and complex level, even crossing the abyss for those that know, and ascending the cliff off. And now I'm embracing my great work as I've integrated those energies, and entrepreneurship, business, these things are a part of my path, while also maintaining my spiritual insight and outlook. So with that, you guys, I'm feeling called that this is going to be the end of the video. And with that, I'll also let you guys know that I do have services. I am a spiritual advisor and business coach. I do have one-on-one sessions. Free. Feel free to email me at o'sheajohnson555@gmail.com, or DM me on Instagram. All that stuff's down below. I also have Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. I also have, for in-depth content and also a a soul attunement, I have two Patreons. One is Spiritual Illuminati Secundus Aeternum. All that stuff's going to be down below. So if you would like a soul attunement and destiny alignment, that is going to be for the fourth tier of the Patreon. This is a ritual that I do every month, not only for myself, but also those a part of the Patreon, aligning you to your destiny, your soul's calling, and the spirits most meant for you. This is the new elite, or what I call the cosmic elite. We are the coming of the cosmic elite. No longer are we living in this old paradigm of the old elite. You know, the way that they ruled, with just looking at their ways, you can understand. We are the new elite. We're not gatekeeping, we're not keeping secrets, but we're raising each other up to the next level. And then for those of you that are more just business and entrepreneurial minded, I do have Elysium Empire Academy, where we will be teaching more just business, but as well from a spiritual perspective. So Illuminati Secundus Aeternum, or Elysium Empire Academy. And with that, you guys, my name is O'Shea Karan Johnson. Have a beautiful and amazing day, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And remember, my friends, achieve greatness. Achieve